serious. All right, so this week we're going to transition out of half guard into butterfly guard. So the past couple weeks we've been working, half guard passing, half guard positions, all these different things. So today we're going to work on just kind of the basics of where do you want to be in butterfly guard, where do you not want to be in butterfly guard, and some of just the basics of the butterfly sweep. All right. So couple things. One, just the basics of what butterfly guard is. Generally, both of my legs are in between his. I have my feet hooking kind of the back of his thighs. My knees are open and wide. Then it's a variety of grips from here. Couple things I want to point out in the immediate. When you are on bottom in butterfly guard, you do not want to be completely flat. Do you guys see how I'm flat on my back? Not ideal. You want to pick one side or the other and be on that hip. I don't care which side it is. It's generally going to depend on your dominant hand. I will generally open to my dominant hand unless I'm choking, and I will go this way. Just depends on what you're wanting to do and how you're wanting to do it. A couple things we're going to cover. So generally how you end up in butterfly guard, and this is the first drill we're going to be in, is Austin's inside control, right? Bad things are happening to me. I'm going to frame him away, put my foot into his hip, turn myself in. This is just a simple butterfly regard drill that most of you guys have seen before. I'm just framing him away, turning to my hip. My outside foot goes into the hip pocket. I use that to turn my hip and drag my knee in that gap and turn into him. Now, as soon as I do that, I'm going to push him back and sit up. Questions on that? Just a basic butterfly regard sit up.
I guess we're all like starting to go through there, and people kind of block that leg and keep it from that other leg coming all the way through.
Yep.
Is there a way to?
You're framing. As I'm here, if they're trying to block top leg or bottom leg?
The far leg or bring it to the far side.
This one?
Yeah.
So what a lot of guys will do is they're trying to block that. If you can't get it way up next to the hip, just get it in by his knee.
Okay.
Because then I can off balance him, and that'll let me forward.
So I get like my bottom leg trapped as I'm trying to come through.
This leg trap?
Yeah.
You're not using your top hook.
Okay.
So, if my bottom leg's getting trapped here, that means I'm not maintaining distance with my top leg. Same thing as when we're in half guard and I'm here, shin shielding. This is using to brace my distance. Same thing here. He shouldn't be able to smash me if my knee's active. Turn in, sit up. Questions on that? And how the drill should look, guys? I'm here tossing. I shrink a little bit, get my hips up. Foot in. Both sides, switch. Questions on that?
Yeah, Dustin.
Yep.
Does it matter when you set up? Do you think the elbows should be on the inside?
Yes. Always realize there are very few times in this life I will tell you to give up the inside. One of those general rules of thumb. Hey, I always want underhooks, I always want inside control, I always want to do it. Some of those things are pretty position. There are very few times where I'm like, yeah, give up the inside. Give up. When I sit up here, if I'm here, I'm always coming for that inside position. Even if I'm going to go over under sweeps, even if I'm going to go, up sweep, I don't care what sweep you're starting to. Loose go. Everything's going to come from inside. Make sense? Questions, comments? You can see it. See that drill? Drill around. 1, 2, 3. For drilling purposes, I still want you guys starting with that regard drill. Couple reasons. One, that is just a good skill set to refresh on consistently. Just that regard, get back into that butterfly guard. MMA guys, still a great position to be in. Butterfly guard's not bad for you guys either. Gi, no gi, that stuff works. So, still drill that. I'm just going to show from, boom, I'm sitting up here. So this week we're going to work just the traditional butterfly sweep. Then we're going to expand on that in the coming weeks to those of you who are Gordon Ryan fans, the shoulder crunch series he does. We're going to work on some of that as well as some glute choking, some other fun stuff. Alright? So I'm here, I sit myself up. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a side. I am always going this way because I like using my right hand. That's why it's taped up. So I'm here, I'm going to dig through this underhook and pull in. Getting my head to the left side, overhooking here. Now, if I can cup both hands under, it's okay. I do prefer over under. And if I can get his hand tucked to the inside, ideal world. Most of the time they're going to be grabbing your back and you're going to be in this kind of over under. All we're going to do is I'm going to fall back to my left shoulder. Here. Not straight back, which is the mistake all of you will make. Except for maybe my blue belt will only kind of fuck. So most of you guys are going to fall back and be like, I want it. You're not supposed to fall straight back. I'm falling to my side and to my shoulder. I'm going to pull him up and load him onto, you got to think of your legs kind of like springs. You're going to pull and load them onto the spring. So I'm here, pull and load. Then I'm going to throw him here and follow him over. Now, in an ideal world, you land over under position, still hooks in, you set, settle in, take him out. Realize, unfortunately, we do not live in an ideal world at all times. So I'm here, and sometimes they're going to come off, and you're just going to sit side control. Ideal, unideal world, either way, it doesn't matter. You just want to get the sweep and get into top position. Questions on the basic mechanics of that? Yeah. Because if I come double over, he's MMA. If I come here, I'm going to post here, he's going to post hands, and then start kicking. That's the only reason I don't like coming double overs, or double unders, is because they can post. Same thing, if I go double over post. As I go sweep here, Austin's going to post his hands and make my life real difficult. And I'm lazy. I want sweeps to be easy. The whole goal of jiu-jitsu is, leverage, momentum. I still contend that the grace is the lazy people. Find that everything's from their back, using momentum, not size. Alright, so I'm here. I dig. Fall to my side, take my ribs here. Pulling. If they have the pajamas, you can give a little pull here. If not, good tight hook, and you load them into you. Questions on this? I'm going to keep throwing Austin just because it's fun.
Anyone else, when you're not throwing over and you're trying to roll with them,
Yes.
not carry that momentum?
Yes, I'm falling. I'm using my hips to fall.
No, I'm saying he not use your momentum to carry you.
Yes and no, because when I'm here, they're trying to hold me. Yes, they can try to keep the momentum rolling. Realistically, you're going to be able to find a base stop, whether it's the hand or foot. Generally, they're not going to have the leverage to keep the momentum. You're going to have their hips are going to be disengaged because you've loaded them on top of your and the shoulder up. So generally, that makes it hard, not possible. I grab some more. He's bigger boy. He may have enough momentum. Or like Jeremy. Jeremy's very hard to because he just keeps momentum. Questions on that, guys? I'm waving at the crowd. So that's why I always describe this as the high mount wave. This hand, high mount. I don't have a better way to describe that than how 4-year-olds wrestling. Whenever I get tagged in to do that. If you're keeping that grip, it's still. Pulling that up and over. Other questions? It's a simple but not easy sweep, guys. I've watched many a man who has a lot of color around his belt jack up a simple butterfly sweep. Get the details right. Fall to that side is the big one that a lot of you mess up. A lot of you will fall kind of here. It's like, oh, I know I'm supposed to fall to my side, but I don't commit to. Literally, I'm trying to land on my ribs and stuff. All right. Questions, comments, concerns? 1, 2, 3. Oh, all right. So when I'm here, boom, I frame up, right? I get my foot in, I get back to butterfly. Now, I'm going to sit him up. A couple details I want you guys to focus on. One, picking a side. So you don't want to be just sitting perfectly square, perfectly flat. I'm always going to be off center just a little bit, lean it a little bit. One cheek, right? Once I'm here, the side that you're kind of shifted towards, that's going to be your underhook. Here. Then you're going to reach up, grab your overhook. Standard under overgrip. Once we're here. If you have the belt, keep yourself a nice handful of it. If not, you're just swooping higher into your underhook. I'm here, I'm going to pull him up and to the side. The big mistake a lot of people make when they're doing butterfly guard is they go straight back in the middle. I'm falling back to fall onto my hip and ribs. While I'm doing that, I'm going to elevate and take him over straight to play. Now, in an ideal world, you land middle, boom, face out, zip, right? Sometimes that's going to happen. Other times you're just going to toss it off to the side. So I'm here, boom, I get to here, bop, boom, and you can either sit through to scissor side or come up. And man, if only there was like a drill where he could re-guard, come back into butterfly guard. And if only that was the way you're supposed to drill this. If only someone had designed it that way. Crazy, isn't it? Questions, basic butterfly sweep. Did anyone see how that flow drill should work though? So I'm here with Austin. Boom. Here, sit back. Up. Come up. Austin can trip, come in. He can fall. He can dismount to the side. And look at that, it's a circle. Who'd have thought? There's method behind the madness. Questions, comments, or concerns on that one, guys? So they're out. 1, 2. We're going to work under the assumption that Austin's not terrible at jiu-jitsu. It's not always true, but some days it is, right? So I get my over-under. I go to fall back and hit the sweep. Most people are going to counter one of two ways. They're going to post this hand or post this foot. I go to pull this way. Austin's like, hey, I don't like that. You post that hand. Some people will actually step up and like post this foot. Okay, I don't appreciate any of that. So I'm kind of stuck here. All we're going to do, guys, reload and come from the overhook on this side to the underhook. Under, sweep it back. So it's literally, I go to sweep this direction, right? He stops that motion. I reload, open my hips. So I'm here. I go to grab Austin. Things are going well. He posts. Ah, shit. That's not great. I'm going to reload those hips up, scoop the arm, come back out. On this one, most likely you're going to have to come side control. Still available. Questions on that? No heat, same thing, guys. That's nice part about most of the series. The only grip I'm really setting is this back grip. But guess what? I don't need it. Hope it doesn't suck. Any detailed questions? You gotta talk about it.
What motion are you using?
Pulling. So I'm pulling my knees and everything's in my chest. So I'm here, pulling, and opening. To reload that. Because they're going to post and try to rebase there and re-square up with you. So all you're doing is pulling them more on top of you, which is going to feel uncomfortable at first. But you have to get used to loading people over your hips to move. Make sense? Twice. You get two. You don't have time to hang out down there and try 7. You get 2 sweeps and then get your ass up. Questions? Driller out. Austin doesn't suck at jiu-jitsu, right? Just a little bit, right? So I'm here, I get my underhook, but Austin doesn't suck. So he's either going to post this hand or this foot as I go fall back. He's right there. Oh man, that's really inconvenient. Once I'm here, all I'm going to do is sweep under to go from overhook to underhook. I'm going to reload, take him this side. So all you're doing, weaving a hand in and reloading them back onto your hips because they're going to stop that forward motion. So once I'm here, I'm going to get and pull. He's going to stop that motion here. So all we're trying to do here, I can't get him back. Okay. Sweep that hand down, reload. Come back to top. Just a little direction change, a little reload. Questions on that one? Walk there to come. Questions? Okay, you just looked inquisitive. So I'm here, Austin. Boom, we get set up here. As I'm going to pull him back here, I don't care if you post hands. Some people will actually step their foot up. Stop that motion. Either way, I'm going to scoop. If you have the pajamas, re-pull and reload them onto your hooks. The big detail here, guys, is once you fall back here, is not being afraid to reload and roll your hips back. Being able to reload them on top of your hooks is going to be the big detail here. And your comfort and ability to do that will help you not just here, but when we eventually transition to things like X guards, deep half, things of that nature, some of the more advanced guards as we work up and through the curriculum. Being comfortable with people being on top of your hips and reloading them like that will be an important skill. It seems simple here, but that same skill saves your life in deep half. All right? Questions? Driller out. All right, so I'm here. Right, good things are happening. I go to sweep, he posts. I go to come this way, he posts his other hand out. I don't like any of that. So, white belt. All you're going to do, kick them back up. Here. Now, I have double undergrip. Now you pick a side, any side, I don't care which one you go. But first thing you're going to do is bring his shoulders to his ears. You're going to bring your grip from kind of low, mid-back, to right at the back of his neck. Here. Pull down and pick a side. I don't care which side you go to.
You're just rolling your wrists.
Great. Dragging that up his back a little bit, pulling that in. So I'm here. I pull, he blocks. I shoot, he blocks again. I sit up and set my grip here. Bring it up so that his elbows, his shoulders are in his neck. Pull him forward. Here. Questions on that one? You got some color on your belt. So where's the white belt on? James. Oh, you can always come back, regrip it. So in here, we're going to assume this right doesn't suck at jiu-jitsu. I sweep this way, he blocks. I sweep this way, he blocks again. Pick a side, any side. I'm generally going to shoot my right leg through. Look comes to the hip. Butterfly hook stays in. I'm kicking him over his leg. Ankle lock. You guys all know how to finish a basic question on that. So, I'm here and James has posted both hands. All I'm going to do, one through and around. As I'm doing that, I'm kicking him this way. Thumb right below the ball of the thing. Blue belt, questions on that?
Sure, got something up here. Get off the rope, all the way. Get into the ring.
Yep, this is great. So I'm here, that James. Go tap James. I flip, I come here, right? All I'm going to do, lift and kick. Kind of like that lasso guard motion. Same idea, you're just lassoing that leg. Questions on that colored belt? Is it jiu-jitsu? Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, it's okay, right? Questions on that, guys? Yeah. Questions? Alright, drill her out. 1, 2, 3.
Host is like, with all due respect.
What that a lot of you are running into is restarting that motion after the post. So when I get here and he posts, a lot of you guys are feeling flat or like you can't get this motion going. I'm pulling him in with my feet, my knees, and my arm. That's going to get him re-going while I'm clearing this arm. Here. That's going to get that motion restarted again. A lot of you guys are feeling, once that stop happens, you can't get it going. You have to not just engage your arm. I have to pull feet, knees, everything. I'm using my feet to hook his thighs, pulling my knees up to re-get that motion going. And finish that. Does that make sense? ¿Entiendes? Oddly enough, there's an answer. So we're here. So when I'm here, boom, I go to sweep, he posts. I go to sweep and come up here, he posts the other side. We're going to sit him back. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go palm to palm. Once I'm here, I'm going to pop my elbows up and put my grip right on the back of his neck. Now I can pick a side. Pick a side, any side. You go whichever way you want. Just like Daniel on weekends. We go here and harder to get. So, in a realistic sense, is that probably your best option? Yes. Austin depends. Miles, people up here. I gotta start to get here. Where I can get under over, get this party started pretty quickly. So it's a. Is that probably the best option? Yes. Is that the most realistic one to offer? Depends on who you're going with. Especially no eat. If you're really hard to get the same. The gym has helped some of that for now. Alright. Makes sense. Other questions on this? I'm going to walk through a few more times. So I'm here. Boom. I go to take him this way, he blocks. I pull, reload, he goes to block this side. Set him up, fly the elbows, grip. Going real wide grip here, preferably hands if you can't get there, get fingertips. Remember, jump monkeys, like that when you're setting this grip. If you set this grip with your thumbs out, you break your thumb, I will make fun of you for the foreseeable future. Tuck your thumbs. Go. Alright. Boom. I get to there. I pick a side, any side. I'm always going to go back left because that's to my dominant heel. Alright. Questions? Then once you go on here, things are going well in my life. And I say, man, I should sweep him. And then I go to sweep him the other way and he says, nah. So I say, great. All I'm going to do, you can either come cup grips or just double unders. I'm going to lift him up and over just that little bit. As soon as that happens, I'm going to pick the leg and I'm going to kick it through. Leave it under. Kick him back. Straight ankle, whatever you feel like in the footsie game. But you're using that butterfly sweep to set it up. Go on here, boom, go to sweep. Go to sweep. Ah, here. Big detail, guys. Depending on the tournament set, you put that foot in the hip. You're allowed to reap it across. If not, post that bad boy straight in the hip. Sit them back. Now, once I'm here, I'm generally just going to attack the straight ankle first. His bottom leg is trapped. My grip's in the air already. It's going to make this lock a lot easier. And the only foot he can attack is my top leg, which he won't have the left foot. Nice part is, I can go up here and into the foot. Question on that blue belt's enough. Yeah, to kick it back up. So when I'm here, the motion is I'm picking him up, and then I post him on one hook while this one comes through. Get it? Alright, then once you get here, and you just get a real good bite on the leg, and then once you get here, then you can just cook the footlock of your dreams. But remember, guys, as always instructed, tickling is not illegal, it's just frowned upon. Blue belts, questions on that? White belts, just keep hitting that high grip. Re-sweep. Blue belts, start attacking some footsies. Alright?